Well, we've reached the finals of the Amateur Derby at the Great American Summer Cutting Spectacular, and we've come to a tie. Now, Robert Tieperman is tied at a 2:17 with a young man that we're going to be talking to here pretty soon. But you were out first in the herd, and it looked pretty good to you, or from our perspective. How did it look to you?
Yeah, it went well. The cut went really good starting out. My last cow that I cut out, we didn't plan on 2 cows as always, but we kind of got back in the herd trying to push a certain cow out with my second one, and it actually kind of peeled off a little bit quick to the left. I thought, I'm gonna pass on that.
Tell me a little bit about your horse. What do you think your horse brings to the table when it comes to the competition for you?
Well, I've been cutting about 7 years, and when I lived down the road from Craig with Thompson Cutting Horses there in Buffalo, Texas, and Craig's helped me out over the years, and I talked to him a little bit about it's time to step up. I'm getting over that 50,000 mark, and I said, Craig, I need something that I can really count on and go with. So we found this horse, and Craig had it. We took it to the futurity and had some bad luck at the futurity, and then and he was a little bit weak and kind of not really reading that cow as good, not as strong as we'd like. But in the last 3 months, he's really came along. Went to Tunica and was made the finals in both the amateur classes there. Came back to the Super Stakes here and was reserve champion of the amateur and the unlimited amateur. And I've really have gotten with this horse. The best thing that I enjoy or like is that I can come and relax. He has a great hand to Nia Ford that gets all the horses ready, and I know my horse is going to be ready. They communicate really good with me, and we knew what we needed to do with this horse coming into it. We have one little issue we run into sometimes. I'm colorblind.
Oh my goodness.
So when we're up there picking cattle, he always lets everyone know he's colorblind, so if you tell him a cow and he looks at a different one, you might repeat a few extra things on that cow. So it's the light grays and the whites kind of get combined sometimes, but I didn't have to worry about that today. We had a solid white one, and then we had a solid black one, and it worked out. It was a black mott, worked out really good. So.
Well, that is Robert Tieberman. He is the co-champion of the Amateur Derby here at the NCHA Summer Cutting Spectacular. Well, now we're here with our co-champion in the amateur division of the Derby for the NCHA Great American Insurance Summer Cutting Spectacular, and this is Matthew Dedden from Burlington, Kentucky. And Matthew, you are a co-champion. You're 3 times younger than your other cohort, your colleague. And how does that feel to come into the competition and look around and see people who've been at it maybe longer than you or maybe not?
You know, it's it's such a great feeling to be able to win in here and to be able to compete against people older than me. I mean, it's more of a respect thing for me. I mean, you always want to be respectful, and to be able to compete against people who, I look up to is a great feeling.
Tell us a little bit about your horse. How did you two get connected, and what are your plans for him in the future?
I think we'll continue to show him at the bigger events. He's such a cool horse. We actually own his full brother at home, and he crippled up on us, so we tried finding, we knew that there was a 4-year-old that was related to him, and so we went and found him, and we bought him at the non-pro, which was about a month ago, and from that point on, I've kind of just worked with him a little bit, and we didn't get along at first, and then it clicked. As soon as we came here, everything clicked, and you can't ask for a better time for it to happen, and he's just been incredible for me.
Now, are you also competing on this horse in the Youth World Finals competitions taking place here now?
Actually, I'm competing on one of my geldings. A cat named Sue is his name, and then I'm showing him in the World Finals, and then I'm showing his half-sister, who's a dual ray, and I'm showing her in the scholarship.
Okay, this horse is Katz Miller time, and it seems like you have a really great knowledge of the bloodlines on these horses. Do you study these a lot and make these decisions with your family, or how do you decide?
My dad's very good he has an eye for horses. We usually get a good deal on them, and I click really well with highbrow cats. So, I always look for a highbrow cat, and of course they're talented and they're smart and just the right mindset. Now, I always ride one better than I do another. So.
Well, as a 15-year-old, you've got a lot of life ahead of you. What do you think your future plans are going to be in this sport?
Just keep showing. I love to haul. I love hauling, and I'm going to definitely try to focus on age events a little bit more, maybe find a 5-6-year-old, or just depends on how everything goes. But I'm always going to show. I hope my family will want to do it, and it's just always going to be in my future.
Well, there he is, our co-champion in the NCHA Great American Insurance Summer Cutting Spectacular Amateur Derby. This is Matthew Dedden, and it was Katz Miller time, co-champions.